Tom Fiddleton, Whittleton, Hiddleston, Tom Hiddleston. That was bad, Avalon.
Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey.
Hi guys, it's Avalon here. Welcome back to Simply Avalon. And today, as you can tell from the title, we are going to talk about the top 5 movies that you have to watch this summer. Now, I know at least for me, since I'm out in May, summer for me is June, July, but I decided to also include August because technically August is summer. So I just wanted to put that out there from the very get-go because I know some people are going to be down there in the comments talking about how August is not summer, but it is. Let me just say, this year, because I decided I wanted to continue this series from last year's video where I mentioned kind of the same thing. There's not a lot of great movies coming out that are coming out during the summer. Let me just put it out that way. There's some videos who are coming out, but they came out in May, and yes, that's sort of summer, but it's like most people are still in school, so I didn't want to include those. For instance, like Everything, Pirates of the Caribbean. But yeah, some movies were left out, but that is why. It is not because I don't like them or something like that. Also, these are not ranked, there we go, in any order other than their date that they come out, which reminds me, I'm so sorry, by the time this video comes out, my first movie would have already been released. Let's go ahead and get into the video. I think that's all I need to say beforehand, but still, I'm going to put this video out there because still love the movie, or at least I want to watch it. So anyway, let's get started. So, the first movie that we have comes out on June 2nd, and I'm sure you can totally guess exactly what movie that I'm talking about, and it is Wonder Woman. So, Wonder Woman, we're going to actually learn the backstory of one of the first female superheroes. Now, emphasis on one of. I know that this is not the first female superhero. I'm not dumb, I do my research. So this movie was actually originally directed by Michelle McLaren, but Patty Jenkins later took up the directing ties later on from Michelle. So it should be really interesting to see how the movie pans out, since it did, technically speaking, have an original director and then a second director come in after that first director. So it'll be really interesting to see how they take on a powerful, determined female heroine, character. So also the person who's playing the lead is Gal Gadot, and she's going to be Wonder Woman, which I'm really excited for that because I'm not really familiar with any of her past work. But however, I do definitely recommend that you watch this. The commercials look really great, and if you haven't seen them, then definitely check them out on YouTube because it looks like it's going to be a really, really good movie. Number 2 is Transformers: The Last Night, and it comes out June 21st. Now, let me just say, I am a big fan of Transformers. I watched the very first one, I watched the second one, I watched the third one, and I am prepared to watch the fourth one. Like, you guys don't understand. This movie rocked my world when it first came out. I was just like, yes. Like, you're a really nice looking car, and then you like transform into like greatness. Like, that's possible? That was me. So I'm gonna be like geeking out over some of these movies. Just a warning. So this one is actually what he claims, which is this movie is of course directed by Michael Bay. Gotta enjoy our little explosions in our movies. Plot for this movie is actually supposed to be the humans are once again at war with the Transformers, except plot twist, Optimus Prime is no longer here, so we don't have his wisdom and greatness to help us out of this terrible thing that has happened. And then you still have all the rest of the old characters, except Optimus Prime is gone. Which honestly, it's like, what's the point? He was like the main guy in the movie, when it came to like the Transformers part. But we'll take Bumblebee. We will take Bumblebee. So the director Michael Bay actually describes this movie as supposed to be the start of the second trilogy, which he was saying that the first 3 movies was like the first trilogy, but he's not sure if he's actually going to direct the last 2 movies. So apparently we're going to have 2 extra movies in this series, so it'll be very, very interesting to see how this is handled, and also to see if we get a different director, because that'll be very, very interesting to see if like you have the same type of like Star Wars shakeup where you're not sure if it's going to be really, really good or not. So that is my second movie suggestion. My third one is Despicable Me 3, which comes out June 30th. Now, I'm going to be totally honest, this is like the kiddish movie, but honestly,
if you didn't at least see that on your Pinterest when you're looking for Halloween costumes, or on YouTube, like, I'm just sorry for you.
And so Despicable Me has actually been one of my favorite movies to watch just over the years as they get their first movie, their second movie. I watched Minions also. It's just a really, really cute, adorable movie to watch, and I love the actual storyline behind it because there's more to it than what like normally meets the eye, and plus it's really funny to watch. So number 4 is Spider-Man Homecoming, and this one comes out July 7th. Now it may just be me, but one of the main reasons that I'm watching or looking out for this movie is the fact that 1, it has an all-star cast, and 2, the star of the movie, Tom Holland, is friends with Chris Hemsworth. And as you guys know from my previous videos, I am obsessed with Chris Hemsworth. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Like, his voice, his look, like, even the fact that he's married and has, like, kids, like, he's just the ultimate guy, in my opinion. He's just such a great person. So either way, let me just get off my soapbox on him. Sam Holland, I've been following him on Instagram for a while now, and I've noticed that he has like really great like gymnastics type movements that he can do. If you watch his Instagram, then you definitely know exactly what I'm talking about. He was in the Avengers movie, and he was also in the Civil War movie. Pretty sure that's right. I'll check myself right here. The other leads are Zendaya as Michelle, which, let's be honest, Zendaya in anything, she's just a great actress. I love her. Then we also have Robert Downey Jr. as himself, aka Iron Man, and he's a good actor, let's be honest. So we also have one of my faves, Donald Glover, also known as Childish Gambino, and I have no idea what part he has. I just know that he's in the movie, and the fact that he's in the movie makes me want to watch the movie because, let's be honest, he's practically good at everything that he does. He was in Atlanta, he was a good actor in that. He's a singer, he's good at that. He's a producer, again for Atlanta, he's good at that. Like, what can this guy not do? So I highly doubt that this movie, especially since it has a really great cast, will be bad. And it's also directed by John Watts, who I actually like this director a lot. So I'm really excited to see how he handles the material and how the video and film ends up looking. So definitely look out for Spider-Man Homecoming because I expect it to be a really, really, really good movie. So our last movie on the top 5 list is The Dark Tower. And honestly, this one comes out August 23rd, so it comes on the day of my brother's birthday, which is 3 days before my very own birthday. So it's very, very late in the season. I wouldn't consider it summer because I would be in school by then, but some people would still consider it summer, so I'm adding it in, mostly because it contains Idris Elba. Okay, I love Idris Elba. His accent is pretty cool, and I really just kind of want to see him as James Bond. I know that they're saying that Tom Hiddleston is supposed to be up for the part or something, but they also said that Idris Elba could possibly be for the part, and I would love to see him as James Bond, so, you know, gotta support your actors. So definitely, I can't wait to see what this movie turns out to be, because since it is so far in advance, you don't really see the ads for it just yet. But I will go ahead and tell you, it is supposed to be based on the books by Stephen King, and it's basically following the story of this gunslinger who is basically like it's the future, but it looks like the past, if that makes sense. So it's almost like he's in the old time Texas type area where it's like everyone's all for themselves. It's like gunslinging everywhere, but it's also the future. And he's searching for the Dark Tower because that is the beacon of hope for the world that he comes from, and that's how he'll be able to save everyone from his world. So it'll be very, very interesting because, one, Stephen King is a very good author. If you haven't read any of his books, I definitely recommend that you read a book from him. And also, the movie has Matthew McConaughey in it. I love Matthew McConaughey. I don't know what it is about Matthew McConaughey. He's just like, even like when he's just doing like his car ads, I'm just like, yes, I can watch him do anything and I'd be like, okay, I'm interested in it. And it seems like this is going to be another movie that's going to have a slightly like all-star cast behind it, which should definitely propel it into greatness. And also there's the fact that they're already preparing to have like a sequel for this movie, meaning that they are projecting for this movie to do really, really well in the box office. So it should be very, very interesting to see what happens. Because as we know with Baywatch, not everything goes as projected. So I hope you enjoyed my top 5 movie picks. I'm not really sure why I'm showing 10 fingers right now. If you want more videos like this, definitely comment down below. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, that's about it. Peace out, guys.
Despacito.